Not for you.
But it was about me.
No, it's not about you.
I don't know, is this microphone working? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Now, Jim introduced me and said he has to be on his best behavior. How many of y'all know Jim Island? Then I'll say no more than that when it comes to behavior. But obviously, Jim has been somebody who has been fighting for minority and women-owned businesses for a very, very long time. And I kind of got some stripes on my back because of Jim. Good stripes. Because I ran my real estate development company for about 12 years. It was organizations like Albany and others that really helped us penetrate certain markets that we couldn't normally penetrate. So I just want to give a personal thank you to Jim. It was because of him that I was rich. And then I got elected to office. That ended that. But let me thank all of you for being here, to Chloe and my good friend Taurus. Many of you know that this Minority and Women-Owned Business Coalition is something that needed to happen for a long time. There's quite a few people in here that know from whence this kind of movement came. When we would talk about minority and women-owned businesses, and you'd be lucky if somebody knew what that even meant, let alone the fact that there was a certain amount of purchase power, a certain amount of ability to provide advocacy for your industry and also be ready for what is coming. My colleague, Senator Tassel Thompson, I know was here. I heard that she spoke, and I'm sure she made you understand the importance of this. Andrew Stewart Cousins and Antoine Thompson, who are co-chairs of our Minority Business and Women-Owned Task Force. I'm sure if you got heard from Antoine, you will. But what you're going to do today is extremely important. Please don't believe if, in fact, one responds to you in a way in which you don't think it's appropriate, or in fact, without enthusiasm. Don't walk away feeling like nothing is going to happen. The good news is that you have leadership from myself, Senator Sampson, you have Pedro Espada, you have Antoine Thompson, Andrew Stewart Cousins, a number of us that understand what we're trying to do here. You've got a governor who is African American. You've got a large number of assembly persons who are of the minority community. And so you probably have a strong base by which to move this agenda. I did like the fact when I looked in the book that you had a list of members that you're all going to go see. I was really happy that I didn't see my name on that list. That means that I'm a pretty strong advocate. But more importantly, but Jackie says I'm on there. So then y'all have to see Meredith Henderson. So, but this is a good day for you. It really is. I mean, I'm not going to go through what you already know you're going to be advocating for. I'm only here to encourage you and to excite you about the fact that how important this day is. This is so critical for many individuals across the state. One thing that we understand, at least in the Senate, and Kevin Parker will tell you, my colleague who just came off the elevator, is that we are serious about managing the state from Brooklyn to Buffalo. You know, most people will say, well, the New York State Senate is more New York City centrist. We are clear about one New York. And we are very clear about the fact that if Buffalo does well, Brooklyn does well. If Rochester does well, so does Queens does well. I mean, there is no question about it. Don't let them box you into this upstate versus downstate. That was the old psychological game that kept us separated, that allowed us at one point not to even be in the majority in the Senate for over 40 years. We passed that stage. We are past that stage. The world is very small, as you know it. There's no difference between what's going on in New York State versus California, or what's going on in the United States versus China. I mean, there is connections all across this world, these are through telecommunications, or just because of your relationships. And you should be able to, and broadcast yourself in such a way that you do well. Don't allow them to box you into the title of minority and women-owned business only, because you're in business. You're in business. The fact that you are classified in a certain area of business is okay. You know, there's physicians, there are dentists, you know, there are those that are in teaching. So you're in the minority business development field, but that's just the title. that doesn't mean that all you can do is be a small or sub-part of the whole. You can be the whole. You can be the prime contractor on that site. You can be the major player on a development project, the major player in a supply area, the major player in a financial market. It doesn't mean that because you're an NWBE, that's what you have to let yourself be classified in. And that's what happens. For too long, you will walk out of that room, people will walk out of that room thinking that you're in that box. You're not in that box. You're in business. Okay? The people that run the state government in New York look just like you. They look just like me. So you need to wear that mantle. You know, don't walk in that room with your shoulders down saying, listen, I hope I can see you. Or say, hey, I'm a business person. I'm paying taxes in the state. My taxes employs you. I own you because of your salary you get, it comes from you. Every time you pay your taxes, I give my nickel. When you don't pay your taxes, I got a problem. So don't forget, when you see these elected officials, don't act like they're more important than you or they're bigger or better than you, because we're not. We work for you. That's our job. If you don't pay those taxes, we don't have a revenue to give back to the state for infrastructure projects. We don't have the ability to get paid. We work for you, so you have to walk in that room and talk to them as though they are your employees. Now, you got to be nice to your employees. You don't mind filing no lawsuits for harassment. But at the same time, recognize that they work for you. This is a moment for you right now. This is definitely a moment for you. You have an opportunity to make some things happen. We're ready. There's no question about it. Kevin's ready. Andrew's ready. Ruth Hassel Thompson is ready. John, we are ready. All we need is for you to go out there and put that word out there. Noise makes a difference in this business. Now, I know right now, it's a little quiet time in Albany. Ain't a lot going on. And every time you wake up, everything is still the same. But that's all right, because out of chaos comes order. And trust me, the order that you're going to bring in today is the order that we need. And that is to make sure that you walk out of here knowing that you're going to have a bill that's going to pass, knowing you're going to have a bill that's going to help you increase your business. When you increase your business, you hire people. We were all about jobs this year. That's all we want to make sure happens in this day. Jobs, more jobs, more jobs. So now I'm going to give you a peek into the future. And it depends on you to whether or not you want to ride this train or whether you want to be a part of it. But I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, not a matter of anecdotal discussion, not a matter of wishful thinking, I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, what is going to be the industry of the future in this state and in this country. High-speed rail. Remember I told you. Okay? Remember I told you that. Between now and the next 10 to 15 years, this country alone is going to spend close to $500 billion on high-speed rail. China is spending $750 billion between now and 2012 on high-speed rail. Now, what does that mean when you say high-speed rail, Malcolm? I don't make trains. I don't make windows. I don't make metal things that make the wheels for cars. But guess what? A high-speed rail system requires real estate development. It requires scientists. It requires somebody to lay the carpets in all the offices that's going to flourish. It requires somebody to paint. It requires somebody who knows how to just add. It requires somebody who knows how to maintain or clean things. It is every industry that you can think of is going to be in high-speed rail. So I would suggest to you, as you go about your business, as you go about planning, and I do hope as business people you have 5-year plans, that you go about putting high-speed rail and just watch it. Don't trust me, just watch it. Go online, you know, the internet is a fascinating thing. You just go online and pull up high-speed rail and see where all of the things that are happening. The lobbyists in Washington, most of the money that the president put in this last budget, $5 billion, $8 billion, whatever it was, a lot of it was advocacy. But I'm telling you, high-speed rail is the industry of the future, and it covers every single thing that you do in this room, from financing to lawyers to everything. Every industry in this room is a part of high-speed rail. There is no more stronger employment sector that's going to develop in this state, in this country, than high-speed rail. So, I greet you with a wonderful ni hao. That's Chinese for hello. And I say to you, have a good day. Do what you do best, but know that you have strong advocates here. All we need is to be partners, and I'm sure things will be well. Thank you.
Pretty good idea.